Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will discuss the case of A&I Technologies Private Limited versus Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax TDS, and this case has been reported in 30 ITR Tribunal online at page number 38. The matter has been decided by Chandigarh ITAT A bench and the date of the judgment is 16th September 2022. In the present case, a very limited pertinent issue was there before the Chandigarh ITAT A bench. The issue was that in the case of Assessee, who is a technology service provider and who has provided a mobile application like in the case of Ola, Uber, in which application various drivers are listed and the drivers get the customers because of that application. That application works as between coordinating the various riders with the drivers, and when the persons who book the cab on that application take a ride in the cab, they make the payment to the driver directly, or sometimes they make the payment to the technology service provider who has provided the mobile application. And after some time, after a settled or after a decided period, the driver and the technology service provider settle their account inter se. Because the mobile application has been developed by the technology service provider, so they charge convenience fees of 20% in the present case. Many times the situation arises that when the account is settled between the technology service provider and the driver, the technology service provider has to make the payment to the driver by keeping his share of 20% convenience charge. So the question was that whether the payment which the technology service provider has to make to the driver, whether he is liable to deduct the TDS on that. For this, the Chandigarh ITAT bench said that there is no contract or subcontract between the assessee, who is a technology service provider, and the driver. ITAT said that the assessee is working only in the capacity of aggregator, for which he is charging a convenience fees of 20% of the total ride fees. ITAT said that whenever the ride is taken by the customer, the ride fees is paid to the driver or to the assessee, and after that they make or they settle their accounts inter se. ITAT said that if we read the whole agreement or by giving a holistic reading of the subscription agreement between the technology service provider, that is Assessee in this case, and the driver, then it is very clear that the Assessee has only developed a mobile application in which the various drivers have come and have listed themselves on that application, and the transportation services is provided by the driver to the rider and not to the Assessee. So the crux of the case was that no services is being provided by the driver to the Assessee, who is the developer of the mobile application. So in that case, because no services have been provided by the driver to the Assessee, it cannot be said that there is any contract between the driver and the Assessee. So when there is an absence of any contract between them, in that situation section 194C will not be applicable and the Assessee cannot be deemed in default under section 201 subsection 1 read with section 194C. Friends, this case is very important because in this case the law point comes out that until and unless there is a contract, section 194C cannot be attracted. At the end of this video, once again I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is A&I Technologies Private Limited versus Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax TDS, and this case has been reported in 30 ITR Tribunal online at page number 38. The matter has been decided by Honorable ITAT A Bench, Chandigarh. Thank you, friends.